Hello everyone. Good evening. This is Shruti Agarwal. I am one of the founding member of D2C Insider. And after looking at so many queries related to Shopify, here we are sitting with Anshuman Jain. I mean, he is the lead in Shopify who looks after sales and partnerships and will be able to help you in order to solve all your queries related to your app, related to your website, related to how you want to start or whatever. So, yeah, Anshuman, a quick intro maybe, and then we can start with questions here.
Hey, hi. First of all, thank you, Shruti, and the DTC team for organizing this discussion. And hey, welcome everyone, and really thank you all for joining this session and giving me an opportunity to come and talk to you. And really appreciate that you've shown interest with Shopify. About me, I work with Shopify as a senior agency partner manager. It's been over 3 years that I've been working with Shopify, and I must have spoken, nurtured, started, maybe launched, and helped over 1,000 merchants on Shopify in the last 3 years of my tenure with Shopify. Yes, my e-commerce journey has been almost a decade old now, and me and Shruti literally started our e-commerce, the so-called e-commerce career together way back in 2009 with an Indian startup called Mudjack, and rest is history. It got acquired and all those things. So today, my core role at Shopify is to help partners who are onboarding mid to enterprise customers or even smaller customers a good onboarding journey to educate those agencies, partners. These agencies are web development agencies who onboard merchants for setting up their stores, digital marketing, could be a lot of things starting from logistics support, even managing their store end to end. So my core work is to help these guys onboard merchants to India. So being a core product company, we don't have a dedicated sales team. We have a do-it-yourself model where customers can come, register for a 14-day trial, set up their store on their own. We have like an experts marketplace where you can go and find an expert who can help you, or you can also find an expert on Google. Today, I think in India, we have over 70,000 listed experts or 70,000 registered experts with Shopify who have been helping merchants from last couple of years to onboard and start their stores and even manage their stores on Shopify. So great. So I think we should quickly start doing the Q&A. Okay, so let me set the rules of engagement. So if you see on the chat, on the right hand side, there's a section on the chat and there would be a Q&A section as well. Please post all your questions in the Q&A and we can take up a few questions one by one. Before you start posting your questions, I think Shruti must have had should definitely have a few questions for me. So Shruti, over to you. Maybe you can ask your first question, and then in the meantime, we'll wait for people to put in their questions. Please, can ask me anything related to Shopify. If it is something personal to you, a challenge that you are facing, maybe we can take it offline. But I would really appreciate put questions which would be relevant to other audience as well. In nutshell, questions that are in public interest. That's a small this thing, and please post your questions and we'll take it up from there. Thank you.
Sure. So thank you, Anshuman. It was quite useful. So to start with, I have a basic question, which is why do you think Shopify, what are the benefits of Shopify as compared to other platforms? Like we have WooCommerce, etc. So if you can just share some of the benefits.
Yeah, okay. So first of all, Shopify is a fully hosted do-it-yourself application. So let me take a step back and like share you a few stats and tell you what gave the birth to Shopify. So Shopify was founded by this gentleman called Toby Lutke. He is based out of Canada. He started a business to sell snowboards, and he launched his first website way back in 2004, selling snowboards in Canada. Yeah. And he found that once he started this business, there was a huge opportunity where people were coming to him ask him to set up the store for other merchants, and which gave the birth and idea of starting up this product. And that is where he started this product. And literally the platform was launched in 2006, keeping in mind that a business or a businessman wants to focus more towards his business rather than focusing on tech. I'm sure most of you might be techies as well. I'm assuming most of the business, the CEOs, the founders are non-techies. They understand their requirement, but they're not techie on how to write a code, what is the right platform, what would be the right database, how do I manage things like load balancer, what should be the security measures I should be taking, and all those things. Yeah. So typically the benefit of today, why Shopify is over others. So a lot of other platforms, what you see in the industry, don't offer you a hosted solution. So today Shopify from day one is a complete hosted solution. It's offered to you at a very low cost. So there is no upfront capital or what we call as capex cost involved. It's all on operational cost. We help you setting up your stores on a subscription model. I know 50% of the customers today who come on Shopify manage to set up their store on their own without any professional help. So you've got a lot of content available on the internet in terms of step-by-step solutions, or maybe step-by-step instructions, videos on how to set up a store. Yeah. So Shopify being a hosted solution, do it yourself, a very user-friendly platform. All the pages, entire pages are secure. In basic integrations like a payment gateway, logistics are easily doable. We have like over 100 of ready to use mobile and compatible devices, like mobile first themes, which are compatible across all browsers and all devices. So all this makes Shopify one of the first choice. And being a very stable platform, marketers say that their conversion percentage of their marketing budget is highest as compared to other platforms on Shopify. So these are a few attributes or few basic things that Shopify happens. And then yes, we don't offer like, so as an application, we offer 99.98% uptime. Yes, in a given month, the downtime normally, if you calculate that in minutes, I think it won't go beyond 36 minutes. So our uptime, if I look at the last 6 months average, has always gone beyond 99.98%. And the kind of volume we've seen in the last 3-4 months during this pandemic has been crazy. And still we were able to manage that uptime, ensuring a very good experience to customers.
All right. So here I am with another question, which is, want to know more about Shopify Gold and how it compares with Advanced Plus, especially with customizations and integrations possible in engine context and deployment time, offers, etc. Anshuman, you are on mute.
Yeah, sorry, wasn't able to hear the question. I think it is to do with customizations and integrations, right?
In Shopify Gold, yes.
In Shopify?
Gold.
Okay, great. So first of all, as a company, we've decided to transform Shopify Gold to Shopify Plus, our enterprise platform from 2015. So we were not able to provide a lot of product updates on Shopify Gold in the last 6-8 months, whereas our Plus product has evolved amazingly well, and especially built for mid to super enterprise customers. Now Shopify as an application provide an array of APIs where you can build, starting from a headless commerce to managing your inventory, to managing dragging out data on the analytics side. Shopify today also offers email as an onboard solution. So we have an array of REST-based APIs available, where we are slowly moving to GraphQL as a functionality for better data transmission. But yeah, Shopify today has an array of REST-based APIs, and a lot of things can be configured. In fact, if you search for REST-based APIs on Shopify, you get a proper public documentation with details, with the sample codes, and even references on how data can be pulled and pushed in. So that's one way. Second, on the integration side, for a typical business, the basic integrations, let's pick up the first integration, that would be a payment gateway. Yeah. So Shopify, as I said, is present across 175 countries. We have pre-integrated with over 350 payment gateways. And India alone, we have like 8 to 10 pre-integrated payment gateways like Razorpay, CC Avenue, EBS, PayU, Paytm, Cashfree, and a few more. Yeah. So we have, and it hardly takes 2 minutes for you to integrate those payment gateways. Then comes is logistics. We have like a few aggregators, again on the logistics side, like ShipRocket, Vama Ship, and a few more aggregators who are there to help you manage your orders, tracking the orders for the end customer, generating your airway bill numbers, and even there are solutions like Vinculum and Unicommerce, which even help you managing your orders through marketplaces. So today, Shopify, the way it works, that we plan to build a product 80% for the customer's requirements, and the remaining 20% happens through our application store. So Shopify has a store called apps.shopify.com. So in simpler words, apps is nothing but a plugin or a customization, a solution written by a third company pre-integrated with Shopify with one-click installation on your web store. So if you log into your store, go to apps, go to the app section, select the app that you want, and you can install those apps readily available. And I would really urge that you should definitely scroll through our navigation on the App Store and check the recommended apps for India. So that will help you. Yeah. So as I said, it's super easy to do integrations with Shopify. The REST-based API is available. Before building an integration, I would really urge, please go through our App Store and you would definitely find a pre-integration for the kind of solution you are looking at. Yep, great.
So another question from Ganesh Patil: how secure is Shopify compared to another platform?
Okay, so Shopify is 256 bits SSL secure. All our URLs starting from homepage to the checkout page are all HTTPS. Shopify does a lot of controls on the web store, things around DDoS attacks, things around additional or maybe XY. So a specific, if there are a lot of sessions coming in from a specific IP, Shopify tends to block them. So security wise, Shopify has taken a lot of measures, and you would hardly find any complaint over the internet, all across the internet, about Shopify or some data breach. So we are one of those companies who actually complied for a lot of guidelines around security. If you know about the GDPR compliance for Europe, one of the first platforms who SaaS platforms that complied for the entire GDPR data norms. So we do a lot of security measures, and there are a lot of measures already taken, and there are a lot of tech resources or guys monitoring the platform and ensuring that the merchant security and merchants data is safe on the platform.
Okay. Fair enough. So another question from Rashisha: what are the must-have apps on Shopify India website, and do apps like Kit perform as well as in India?
Okay, so when you start a store, a few recommended apps I can definitely tell, but I would really urge for you, the first thing that you need to do is when you set up your store, make sure you are integrated with a logistics, integrated with a payment gateway. You should pick up so Shopify has its own apps as well. Like, let me give an example of an app called Product Reviews. Yeah. And I think there was a question around Kit as well. Yeah. So you should first look at all the apps available as per your plan offered by Shopify. You need to install those. So things like Product Reviews, things like Fraud Filters, these are a few recommended apps you should do. Then you should definitely look at a few applications which will help you sync your catalog with your marketing channels like Google and even Facebook. Though Shopify has its own integration where you can manage your marketing campaigns, your catalog, and a lot of things with inventory management happening. So when you are a startup, these are a few things. Now, for customers who are like slightly advanced and they have some advanced requirements, maybe managing variants and attributes for a fashion category in a basic theme doesn't work, so you might have to look in for a theme. Then customers who are really finicky about their conversion percentage, they should definitely look into install a web notification app. Yeah. And couple of other recommendations would be, yes, you should definitely check in for apps around inventory management, and maybe apps around on taking a backup of your store And that's it. So again, as I said, so please do check the section which says recommended apps for India, and you'll get a list of apps that you can do, and also look at the apps made by Shopify, and you'll get a good idea for it.
Okay. So one question from Nitika Malhotra regarding integration of Shopify products to Insta, Facebook, and Pinterest Shop. Can you set products to be shown based on geography of customer? So showing higher priced items globally versus lower priced items in domestic markets.
Let's take it one by one. Let's take it one by one. I think the first part of the question is, can you sync your catalog? Yes. Yeah. Shop. Okay. So the first thing, Instagram needs to approve your shoppable feeds. Yeah. If Instagram doesn't approve your shoppable feeds, then Shopify has a few apps which you can use and promote your product on Instagram. Whereas natively also Instagram can approve your account. You need to check with them. Second comes is Facebook. We have a channel with Facebook where you can set up your shop, and we also have chat integration, the messenger integration, where you can interact with customers and you can share the catalog with them, and they can even use that as a chatbot. So that chatbot works as a commerce engine as well. So yes, we are pre-integrated with them. For custom integration, like a lot of customers want to do a lot of different types of trying and experiment. So for that, we have a few paid tools as well. One of them would be maybe to do with, I'll just quickly tell you the name. So there's an app which manages your Instagram feeds. One second. Yeah.
Can you share the link in the chat?
I will definitely.
Yeah.
So this is maybe one highly reviewed app. They have like around 4.8 rating, and 663 customers have reviewed this app. So app for Instagram feeds. So you can check this if you go to my apps.shopify.com. So please go to apps.shopify.com, use the search bar, and you can get a few other apps as well, and which gives you better insights about the apps that are recommended for it. Yeah. There was a question around Kit as well, Shopify Kit.
Yeah.
Shruti, can you find the question and tell me what was it?
Yes, sure. It is from Rashisha. What are the must-have apps on Shopify India website? And do apps like Kit perform as well as in India?
Yeah, definitely. So Kit is an app. So Kit literally is your virtual assistant to manage your marketing campaigns on Google and Facebook. Yeah. So, and Google, Facebook works standard across the globe with their integration and then with their marketing modules. It's standard across the globe. Yeah. So yes, Kit can very much be used for Indian customers, and please go ahead and use it. And then Kit also has integration with Shopify Ping. So Shopify Ping is a chat mechanism with your customers. We have right now with the iOS version, but we are launching the Android version very soon. So yes, Kit is definitely available for customers in India.
All right. So Arjun Balaji wants to know more about Shopify Gold. First question is, what is Shopify Plus offer in India if Gold is phased out?
So Shopify Plus, so the way we were growing and the way merchants were growing, there was a need of an enterprise solution and a solution for matured merchants who have much higher traffic, doing an additional number of transactions, maybe beyond 2, 3, 5,000 transactions a day. I know customers doing 1,000+ transactions on a basic $29 plan also, but yeah, so came in the birth with Shopify Plus. Now to give you offering, our Plus offering are standard across the globe. Plus as a product helps you to do a lot of automation. So automation, things like automating your discounts, doing changes on your checkout pages, things around configuring some flows, doing sales like what do you call as we have this product called Launchpad within Shopify Plus, which helps you to do your flash sales. Then there are a lot of automations available, like if this happens, then do this. Shopify can automatically do this. things that on Shopify Flow, you can also configure that my theme for Diwali should go. So let's assume Diwali is on 15th of October and you're running a campaign and you want the campaign to go live on the 5th of October. You can schedule the campaign, which includes discounts, which includes banners, theme changes. You can schedule it and it automatically go live on that specific date. So ideally, this saves a lot of time on all these automations saves a lot of time for you. And then yes, there is a big saving on the transaction fee, and Shopify Plus also offers you 10, you can set up 10 different stores selling the same set of products, maybe to a different geography, in a different pricing for a business, different business season, maybe B2C, B2B. So a lot, and T-Box is an amazing example of Shopify Plus, where they have selling the same product T to almost 8 to 9 geographies, which includes Russia, in Russian as a front end, rubles as language, as currency, and local payment gateways. So do check tbox.com and you'll get a good idea. I think what happens to people already on gold. So we are not saying we phased out gold. What we are saying is we have transformed Shopify Gold into Shopify Plus. And for a product company, this is normal to do. For all the customers who are on Shopify Gold, will keep on getting all their services as they were getting 24/7 support. They shouldn't face any challenge. And yes, they always have the flexibility to upgrade to Shopify Plus. And even if they feel that the cost is slightly on the higher side and it doesn't make a business sense, they can even downgrade after completing their contract term.
So it's flexible.
Yeah, it's flexible. Yeah.
Okay. If pricing changes, won't this mean you will lose customer for this forced upgrade?
We are not forcing anyone to upgrade. There is no forced upgrade. There is no forced upgrade. I want to repeat this again and again. All customers on whatever plan they are, they stay on that plan. If I give you example, my $29 plan, we've not changed the price almost in the last 3 to 4 years. In fact, even 5 years. So yeah. So we normally don't change our prices. Customers, there would never be a push. Rather, they would be free to upgrade. They would be like, the freedom always lies with the customer to upgrade or downgrade. And anyone who is in a contract term, normally we don't change the price in the contract term. We normally don't do it. And we normally will provide a 2-month notice if there is any price change. But I don't see any of that happening really soon. When I say really soon, at least the end of contract term for each and every merchant.
All right. So,
and there is no force to upgrade to Plus or downgrade, or that's totally depend on the merchant.
Okay. I hope this answers Arjun's question. Another question from Mohit. Does Shopify support multiple environments, example, production, staging, dev, etc.?
Okay. So what Shopify does is, so now there are 2-3 things that happens. Yeah. So the first thing that you do on a store is a storefront customization. That is the UI UX. And second, you build a few customization by calling the APIs and a few products at the back, right? So let's talk about the front end first. So Shopify allows you umpteen number of versions on your theme. I think that the number is almost 20 for a $29 plan, that you can have 20 versions of your theme. And I'll check that and I'll confirm that later. So what you can do is, whenever you're trying an experiment, you can work, you take a backup of your live theme, and then you work on a backup, and Shopify allows you a preview version of that theme. And till the time it is not optimized, or till the time it is not complete as per your expectation, you need not go live. So yes, this is a typical staging environment for you to do your testing on the UI UX front. Coming on the backend, as I said, Shopify allows you to use a lot of APIs and build functionalities. So whatever functionalities you build on a Shopify store, they are called as apps, APPS apps. There are 2 kinds of apps. One is a public app, which is listed on our app store. And then there are private apps, which a merchant creates or a developer creates for a specific store. So you can create that APIs, you can give those APIs access, and it would only start affecting once you push live data to it. So there are means and ways to control your front end and back end. And I think most of the customers love Shopify because of these functionalities.
Okay. Another question from Shalini. What would suggest as a best subscription plan for business at a very early stage of startup? Shopify or advanced Shopify?
Okay.
Also,
I'm
what are
really,
the, yeah, sorry. Go
go ahead.
ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. I think I got the question. So, Shalini, I would really urge you to go and check Shopify pricing and definitely look at a chart. So there is a comparison chart available. Yeah. You can always start with the $29 plan. Application side, on the storefront side, the functionalities are the same. The difference is more or less in the backend tools like the reporting tool, or maybe number of staff accounts, using gift cards, and then also things like the transaction fee. So you can always start with a $29 plan. You will get all the features and functionalities on the storefront. The difference is only on the backend. So I would really urge that you please, I can actually give you uh, the URL. I'm just, while I'm talking, I'm actually searching for the URL which has the comparison between various plans that we have. One sec. I'm sorry for the delay. I'm just searching for the URL. I wasn't prepared that something of this would come up. Yeah, I found the URL, and I'll just post it on the chat. Yeah, so please look at this URL, and it has a comparison chart, and then you can further dig into various things. Like if you want to know what reports would be available, you can search details about advanced report builder on Shopify, and you will get the details on what all it offers, and basis that you can select a plan. Okay, Shruti, what was the second part of the question?
Just a sec. So, also, what are the must-have app plugins, or should have one for website in India?
I think we've answered this question in the past. I would urge that you should definitely look at all the apps offered by Shopify based on your plan, because there are a few apps for Plus as well, and there are a few apps for Core plans as well. So
Yeah.
install all the free plans made by Shopify. So if you go onto our app store, there is a section that says made by Shopify, and there is a section called useful apps for India. I would urge, please go through both of these sections, and you'll get to know about it.
Okay. Another question from Akasha. Any option for reverse Uberlo where Indian merchants can offer products for dropship similar to Chinese counterparts?
Okay, that's a very good question. I think that is an opportunity for you to build a functionality, and that can be an amazing idea for you. Why don't you collaborate with some tech company and work on this idea and figure out a way how Indian catalog can be published? To answer your question, as of now, we don't have that solution. I know a company tried working on it. They are in middle of doing something. I think we already have a few customers on board. I just forget the name. Maybe we can send these details over a chat. And okay, what I would urge is, please, all of you, join the Shopify Facebook community. Paste your question there, and I'll get someone. Paste this question there, and I'll get someone to reply that with an answer. As of now, they're not listed on Shopify, but they have an integration, and they have a few merchants already using that solution. Second, I still see it to be an amazing opportunity for someone like you to start this as a new functionality and offer it as a service to customers and get it listed on Shopify.
All
Please,
right.
guys, it's whose idea it was? Shalini, no.
No, that was Akash.
Akash. Akash, great idea. Man, work on it. Best of luck.
All right. So another question from Ankur Bhatia. What about PIN code based order mapping? Are there apps for that which work in India, or can they be connected with third party delivery partners?
Check this app called Advanced COD for India. Advanced Cash on Delivery for India. Again, this is made by Shopify.
Okay.
And if you use this app, you can manage your PIN codes for COD transactions. So I think that will solve your problem for transaction, because other than that, if it's a prepaid order, it can reach any part of the country. So the challenge only comes with a COD order, and you can use this app called COD Advanced COD for India.
Okay. Okay.
I can put the link as well. Okay, go ahead, Shruti.
No, you share the link, please.
Yeah.
I think people are waiting for link.
Okay. Here is the app. This is made by Shopify. It's a free app. I think there's a follow-up question by Ankur where he says, can we map inventory per pin code as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So there are 2-3 things. So you need to understand what we are planning to do. I think this is what I assume, that you might have multiple locations of fulfilling your order, or you are only restricting your orders to a specific geography. Let's assume you only want to cater customers to Delhi NCR. Yeah. So you can do that by doing geofencing on your storefront, and on the checkout page, make sure that you use this advanced COD app for restricting the pin code. So I think this should solve your problem.
Okay.
And you can also run a small JavaScript that customer has to either validate their location or enter a pin code before purchasing. So I think there was a store called StoreSay, and even in fact ITC eStore. I would suggest you check ITC eStore. That store has this functionality. ITC eStore.
Can you share the link, please?
I am. 1 second. ITC. Yeah, it's ITC store.in. So, Ankur, please check the store. Yeah. Okay, Shruti, go ahead.
One question from Vikas. Does Shopify function as omni-channel solution as well, where I can manage and link my Amazon, Flipkart, and other channels? So one thing, omni-channel is different from multi-channel. I think your question is related to multi-channel, Vikas. I can answer this. You can use Vinculum or Unicommerce to enable that. Rest Anshuman is answering.
Okay, so let me give a slightly detailed answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, sitting in India, and if you want to integrate with Indian marketplaces, yes, Unicommerce and Vinculum are solutions. I think, I'm not sure, Amazon has open APIs. You can build a functionality on your own, and Shopify also has open APIs. You can build a functionality connecting your store with Amazon on your own as well. Hiring a developer should not be more than a 10, 12 or a 15-day job maximum, and maybe a week of testing. You can do that. Globally, Shopify has a lot of integration with a lot of marketplaces. Yeah. If you see, we also have a channel with Amazon, and there are a few third-party applications to help you integrating with marketplaces. Like there's the solution called TradeGeeko, which can help you integrating with marketplaces in APAC. There are solutions for integration with Etsy and other marketplaces like Amazon, eBay, and others as well. So for maybe in North America, we have native integration, but for Indian market, yes, you'll have to use solutions like Vinculum, Unicommerce, or even Find, and then you can link your store directly to Amazon using their APIs.
Yeah.
And these options like Vinculum and Unicommerce, they only charge you per order base. So that's the most cost-effective solution because building a solution might take a good upfront capital cost, which is not recommended.
Yeah. So I think
solutions like Vinculum can even ensure that they do a reconciliation of all your orders with the payments received. And there have been some case studies I've read in the past that they help you doing reconciliation. They help you saving on the fees or the money that was supposed to come out from marketplaces. So do check out their product. Yeah. I see a lot of Shopify merchants have gained from them.
So I think another advantage is having a single panel to manage inventory and order as well, because that's a biggest
orders as well. Inventory, orders, shipping, all that can be managed from one location. So it's a common pool of inventory that gets published everywhere. If something is sold on a store powered by Shopify, the inventory from all the locations would be reduced. So that is a very good option to use, both Unicommerce and Vinculum.
And how omni-channel will work? Because his question was related to omni-channel as well.
Okay, so omni-channel is actually a myth. Like let me put it that way. Yeah. 80 to 90% of the customers really struggle to do omni-channel. Yes. So if you look at omni-channel, this is the definition of omni-channel. Giving one view to a customer which includes catalog view, discounts, promotions, returns, exchanges, loyalty, and common experience across all geographies, all devices, all browsers, everything. So that's a typical omni-channel experience. Now, the way I see retailers working, they want to start by fulfilling orders from a retail store. Yeah. Fulfill orders from a retail store. Now, there are two ways to do it. Either you can use Shopify as something called Shopify locations. Either you can sync location specific inventory and set a priority. Your orders will get synced there. But again, it's not as matured as it's supposed to be in terms of Indian context. So I've seen customers building their own custom solution using Shopify's APIs, where they push a consolidated inventory. The moment they receive an order, they have an order routing mechanism, and that order routing mechanism can flip your inventory to a specific designated store. We've talked about two applications in this call. One is called Vinculum and one is called Unicommerce. Both these applications are capable enough to do a complete omni-channel. That means to do a good amount of order management, inventory management, location management, warehouse management from their application. So you can consider those applications. Again, ready application with basic functionalities, and they have a lot of logics written on it. Let me give you one simple example. So you might tomorrow, let's assume location, a product from location X has 10 inventory and location Y has Z inventory. Yeah. Now you want to make sure that the customer location is nearest to the fulfillment location. This logic would be fulfilled in a couple of these applications, which we've already announced on the call. So, and then things around that, if you don't want, if a customer has placed multiple orders, so multiple line items in an order, and location A is nearest to the customer, but location A has one product and the second product is not available. So all these permutation combinations sometimes become really tough. And to make a good experience to a customer and to check on your logistic cost, it's recommended that you fulfill all the orders or such locations from one location. So again, use of these third-party apps who charge you per order based would be an amazing example. Would be a very good option for you to start with.
So Sumit is looking to customize his checkout instead of 3 steps. Can it be done in 2 steps, please?
Okay, we don't recommend. Yes, it can be done, but we don't recommend. Yeah, any customization. So basically Shopify is known for its stability and checkout is one of them. Yeah, checkout is a big reason for stability. And if you play around with checkout, Shopify will not support you. You can only make changes on your checkout if you are on Shopify Plus. So for a core plan, you can't make changes on your checkout page. Yes, you can run a banner or you can run some codes on the thank you page, but you can't change the journey on a basic plan on the checkout page. But and if you are in Plus and if you do this if you make these changes, Shopify doesn't recommend those changes, and our support would be limited for such cases.
All right. So Shraddha has another question. What are the best suggestions for wallet and subscription apps on Shopify?
Okay. So subscriptions is linked to payment options. Yeah. I know a few companies who build a subscription business for India. You can check this one product called Recur Pay. There is this one company called Recur Pay who's built a solution on subscriptions. But I would really urge that you first talk to your payment provider. Get a go ahead from them, because there are a lot of RBI guidelines around subscriptions on the kind of product you are selling and the kind of subscription that are available. So first check with the payment gateway and then go ahead and searching for the solutions. Shruti, what was the second part of the question?
That's it.
No, one was subscription. There were two things.
Wallet. Apps, wallet
yeah.
And app subscriptions.
Yeah. So you can use applications like FlitSense, a few other applications like Smile.io to create a wallet. Again, wallet is something ideally a liability to you, to your business. If you give XYZ points to a customer, that's typically a liability, and this should be marked in your balance sheet as well. So please be cognizant of what you are offering, what you are pushing to your customers. Yes, if you want to call them store points, it's still good, but don't call it a wallet. Call it store points and call them loyalty points. So there are a few solutions available on our app store, and The better term to use would be store points or loyalty points.
Manish is asking, can we charge additional fee for COD orders during checkout, except shipping charges?
Yes, definitely. Okay, no, okay, hang on. So the way I know, if you use advanced COD as an application, you can charge, you can add a charge. The display of that charge, I think, is shipping charge, but ideally that's a charge which you want to incur or maybe want to collect something called cash collection charges, because that's what the courier company charges you. So if you use advanced COD app, yes, this problem would be solved for you. You can collect that additional amount.
Akash has another question. Since Shopify is now established in India, why the pricing has been provided in US and not in INR? Any option for, okay, that's already answered.
Okay, so Akash, Shopify operates across 174 countries. So for us, it becomes literally impossible to manage and offer services in local currencies. So that is why, as a company, we've taken a stand and we've taken so in order to provide you with good services, we want to build it under one umbrella, and that is USD, widely accepted. And the benefits tomorrow, yes, if the USD come down, it's a cheaper solution for you. And if USD goes up, yes, that's an expensive solution for you. But for us, practically, it's impossible to manage across so many locations.
Okay.
That's why we have centralized billing in USD.
Magic Pond has one question. If I am from Philippines and I have store location in US, I have bank account of Stripe and want to integrate the account in US store. Is it necessary to have US account for the same Stripe integration not present on US store?
Okay. So first thing, when you say Stripes account, so Stripes is also available in multiple countries. So you need to first see which country do you have Stripes account configured and linked to your bank account. Second, I think she has a question around US. Yeah. So I'm assuming you want to fulfill orders to your customers in US. I know a way that customers sitting in India, they set up a company in a state called Delaware. So there are some norms by the government and there are some relaxations by the government of USA that sitting in India, you can set up a company in the state of Delaware. And with that company, you can tomorrow get a bank account and a payment gateway. Stripes earlier used to offer this service. You can check. I just forgot the name. But I actually, it's just skipped off my mind. So there was service available by Stripe where they were helping you to set up a company and also offer you a bank account and also offer you a payment gateway. But I think now they've restricted to us only specific number of customers. If it's a dropship business, then please don't do it. You will not be able to do it. Then please use PayPal and the currency that you are operating in that country with. So now, if I am from Philippines and I have a store location in US, so I'm assuming you have your bank account in Philippines. If you want to cater to customers in US, there can be two options. One, use PayPal, which is a widely accepted option across US. Your store currency should be USD, and you can accept money using PayPal in your PayPal account, and then PayPal can then further remit it to a bank account. You'll have to check in Philippines. I know a lot of customers get their payout in an Indian bank account, and they also help you with a couple of tools like FIRCs and other things. So you can check with them. Yeah. So that should take care of your thing. And yes, please check with Stripes also that if you have an account in XYZ country, can they offer you an account in Y country? Just check with them, since I don't have enough information on it. But I'm assuming having a company, a registered entity in that country is mandate with your tax IDs and other things.
So Akash has another question. Any app to enable social commerce environment to enroll resellers similar to Meesho, Glowroad, etc.?
Okay. You can use Shopify's APIs and maybe try figuring out a way to integrating with these two. But as of now, we have something called buy now buttons. You can use this buy now button on your blogs or maybe a couple of other channels, because social commerce is social selling is a lot of one-on-one selling. If the way you look, that if I go on Meesho, it's a buyer interacts with the seller and there is a lot of interaction that happens on WhatsApp, and offline payment transactions happen. Even payment transaction happen through a Paytm wallet or maybe other wallet mechanisms. So the recommendation would be that use the buy now buttons, or you can list yourself on Meesho, and if the customer is interacting with you, pick your product's URL and the buy now journey, and you can share that URL with the customer and they'll be able to purchase. And second, you can also look at our Messenger. Shopify has a Messenger on Facebook, which can also help you doing commerce. If a customer is searching for some products, the Messenger gives them the product and also gives them a tag to the product, where the customer can click on the buy now from the Facebook Messenger, and it takes straight away takes the customer to the Shopify checkout experience, where the customer adds their billing, shipping details, and the payment details, and the order is completed. So that would be the way.
Okay.
But yes, as of now, Shopify as a platform level, we don't have integrations with Meesho or Glowroad.
You can check with marketplace integrator.
It is in our product roadmap, but I can't comment on any dates or any deadlines. But yeah, it's there in our product roadmap for India.
So Akash, you can also check with Vinculum or Unicommerce if they are integrating something with them. Another question from Karthik is how to enable notifications to the clients about the changes that are happening. For example, product back in stock, new product introduced, and so on.
Okay, so Sir Karthik, you will have to use a third-party plugin to customize these options. Please check our app store, and maybe you can search for things around. You can search for back in stock, and you will get applications, and those applications then will do further other solutions. Will provide you further other solutions as well. Back in stock. Let me recommend you one of such apps, and yeah, so there is this app called Back in Stock Product Alerts. You can use it, and there are more than one options to choose from. So I would urge that you look at my app store, and it's definitely possible. Just just look at our app store. I just shared one app on the chat.
Okay. Another question from Vivek. Is there an app to incentivize customer to convert COD orders to prepaid?
By giving them discounts, yeah. I think Vivek, what you can do is you can use one of those apps where you provide store points, and you can tell the customer that if you make a purchase through an online payment, there are XYZ points that will give you, and you can use these points in your next purchase. So I think that can be an option for you.
Sagar has one question regarding prepaid orders. When do we get an option to offer an extra discount on prepaid orders? I feel this is much needed for Indian market. I'm asking this for basic Shopify plan.
Shruti, sorry, I think I have a poor internet. You were breaking up. Can you repeat the question?
Yes.
It's by Vivek.
It's by Sagar. When do we get an option to offer an extra discount on prepaid orders? I feel this is much needed for Indian market. I'm asking this for a basic Shopify plan.
Okay, Sagar, yes, I understand that this is a good requirement. It's a this thing. I will take this as a suggestion from your side, put it to my product team, and we might, if it gets approved, we'll definitely work on it. Thank you for a good suggestion. We'll take it up.
Ashish Agarwal has one question. Can we stop SMS to a specific tags? Cases, I have partnership with offline stores for sale. I pass 20% commission to a partner, hence 100 rupees is purchased with a value of 80 rupees by partner. And if I enter the detail in Shopify with customer details, then customer is triggered with 80 rupees SMS. How can overcome this challenge in Shopify?
Okay, I can read the question. Let me understand the question a bit more because slightly long. Can we stop SMS to a specific tag? Case is, I have a partnership with an offline store for sales. Okay, I think, Ashish, there are two parts of the problem. One, how, at what price you should sell. I'm assuming you are selling the product at 100 rupees. Yes, you are selling it at 100 rupees, which means where you say an end customer is purchasing it for 100 rupees. Now, you want to give a 20% commission. You want to pass on the 20% commission to the seller. Yeah. And the challenge is the customer is triggered with 80 rupees SMS. Sir, yes, the customer will be triggered of an SMS of the amount that they've purchased. I think there could be some settings problem, but okay, understand this in basic terms. If the customer purchases a product for 80 rupees, they'll get an SMS or an email for 80 rupees only. Yeah. If the price is 100, they'll get 100. Somewhere down the line, I'm assuming there is some challenge in configuration. Please check that. You can reach out to my support. They can help you configuring it. The SMS would be triggered for the amount of which the transaction has happened. If it is 100, the purchase value, it would be 100. If it is 80, it would be 80. I'm assuming there is some configuration issue. Please reach out to my support, 24/7 support, and they'll definitely help checking on your store.
Okay. So
Hey Anshuman, I just want to clear one thing, that I have a partner who sells that product for 80 rupees. Now, when I create that order into the Shopify, I need to create that order with a price of 80, but the SMS should not get triggered to the customer because there is a transaction happening between me and the partner, not me and the customer. So how can I overcome that challenge where the amount should be 80 into my tally, and the invoice goes from the partner. So for example, it's a normal retail shop who's selling it.
Okay, sir, I'm sorry to interrupt you in between.
Yeah.
I want to take a question on a one-on-one because this is not of a public interest, and this might need a longer deep dive. I'll have to check the store as well, because what I'm assuming is that end customer's price is 80 only, but there is some commission and some other challenges in between. Ashish, let's take it offline. Shruti can share my details with you, and we can discuss this offline.
Sure. Thank you so much.
So I'm assuming the questions are too many and we have less time. So let me prioritize the questions which is of everyone's interest.
Shruti, let's do this thing. Let me quickly read the questions and let me see the one that I would be of good value. Yeah. Is there any app way to incentivize customers? Answered that. The quality, okay. Can we recommend something that I can get back one-time buyer, any app using which can target the regular buyers and so on? Sir, you can use retargeting ads, and you can also do things like web push notifications, and loyalty. It's something which will bring your customers back. Queries to enroll resellers. They can purchase from a website, something like creating a B2B account. Yes, the Shopify store that you create, there are a few apps available which can convert your store to a B2B, but I would recommend, please, if you want to do B2B as well as B2C to set up, don't do it on the same store. There would be a lot of challenges in configuring promotions, because a B2B buyer might have a tier discount versus a B2C buyer who would have a bucket-based discount. Why can't Shopify have a Unicommerce like platform? So that's an opportunity for developers and opportunities for agencies to have that customization. We have integrations. We are working on building a few things. So we are working. Watch out for our product announcement. There are few things coming up in this year. Not exactly as a Unicommerce, but there would be a few things coming up like inventory location, specific inventory mapping, maybe a few channels with some marketplaces. So yes, please watch out for our announcement section. Best shipping integration for US. Please check DHL. DHL has an app on Shopify's App Store. Please check that app, and it has an amazing price. So they also offer you good pricing based on your volume, and it's pre-integrated with Shopify. How can I integrate local shipping provider of USA to Shopify store? Sir, you'll have to magic wand. So you might have to use one of those apps from the US store to integrate that. So for this, you also need a warehouse in US. If you have your stock in warehouse, at a warehouse in US, then you need an application in US. If you want to dispatch your goods from India, then DHL is the best option for you. Okay, a Facebook community page. One sec, I'll just share it with you. I'm just sharing the URL. Just give me one quick minute. So it's a private group. You would have to submit your store URL on Shopify before entering or before getting access to this. Somehow, Shruti, I'm not able to type. Yeah, it's working now. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay. Suppose we display the products which are out of stock and clients add the product to the wish list and continue. Sir, you'll have to use a wish list app or an app that can notify the customers in future when the product is back in stock. So there's an app called Back in Stock which can help you doing this. Cool. Thanks, Vikas. You liked our session.
There's a question from Karthik. Suppose we display the products which are out of stock. Can client add the products to wish list and continue the checkout with product in stock?
Okay, so yes, I think I answered this question. Wishlist can be created using an app, but I think if the product is out of stock, yeah. So wishlist can always be created. So please use for an app, wishlist app. There are a few free apps as well, and there are a few paid apps as well. And these wishlist apps can also then send notifications to the customers for them to complete a transaction. So yes, it's possible through an app that customer can add the product in their wish list and going forward complete their transaction, and the app can also send notification to the customer.
Okay.
Would you mind sharing or recommending any app
for wish list?
Yes.
Okay.
You said back in stock, but I would be happy if you can recommend something which is free of cost now.
Back in stock as well as for wish list. So there's this app called Wishlist Plus. Let me share it. This app is called Wishlist Plus.
Okay.
And the other was for Back in Stock, yeah?
Back in stock, you already shared the link.
I already shared, yes. I already shared, yes.
But is there something that you can recommend which is means costless or free of cost?
Sir, I would really request you to go on to my app store, apps.shopify.com.
Mm-hmm.
In the search bar, there would be multiple options. And you can always look at the product features and the pricing, and also look at other customers' reviews, and there would be some sample stores as well. Please, you will have to do your analysis. You would have a much better experience on the requirements what you have for your store. When I give a recommendation, my recommendation is number of reviews that app has. The one that I recently, the one that I just recommended has over 1185 reviews. So that's my basis of giving you a recommendation. So I would urge that you please check my app store and you'll find the right application that suits your business needs.
Thank you, Anshuman.
Is there any app to increase the site speed?
Okay. Honestly, the site speed depends on various factors. One, the content that you load on the page, the internet speed, the widgets, and it's so to test good. I would request, so Chrome provides something called a waterfall for a page. So I would request go through the waterfall of what Chrome says, and the waterfall means it gives you time, milliseconds and seconds for each section on the page when it loads. You can do that. And second, you can use this tool called GTmetrix. Please log into GTmetrix, select Mumbai as a server, and then do your testing. It will give you a few elements which needs improvement, which can increase enhancements. Shopify recently shared some insights about where we'll be working on in increasing the page load speed. I think if I look, the product, the feature is already out in beta. Our pages are already, for a few selected customers, our pages are already loading 40% faster. But if your page load is under 2 MB, a Shopify store or a Shopify page opens under 3 seconds. I've seen that, and still we are trying to optimize it further. So please check, be very cognizant of the content that you load on the page, the image size that you do, the scripts, the coding that you have. Optimize your pages, optimization is the best way to have a better page speed. And use of a theme. A lot of customization on theme is also not recommended. So make sure that you use themes as available on Shopify. Do some customizations, but make sure that the customization should not hamper the page speed. I think there's a question on which is a good app for GST tax in India. You can use this app called Easy Slips, EZYSLIPS. There's an app called Sofio. Both these apps will help you doing GST invoicing, and Easy Slips will also help you doing integration with almost 30-35 logistics providers.
Okay. So
Great.
I think we are done with the question, and I have one last question on behalf of everyone. What is the best way to reach you out if we have any query related to Shopify?
I would urge to reach out to me. Will not be scalable for me nor scalable for you. I'm not tech savvy enough, might not be the right person to answer to a lot of questions.
Yeah.
If you are on a paid plan on Shopify, Shopify provides you 24/7 chat and email support. Please reach out to my support team. Before reaching out to my support team, please use the power of Google. Put your question along with a keyword called Shopify. I am sure 99.9% that of the time that you will get a solution. Yeah. For others, you can always reach out to my support team. And please join my Facebook community. You can post your question. We have a few guys, we have a few mentors on the Facebook community. And we also have amazing merchants like you helping each other, sharing experience in solving your problem. So all these ways can help you. Reaching out individually to me might not be scalable for either of us.
Sure. It's just that people keep asking, they want to be in touch with Shopify. So I thought it's better to ask in front of you.
My support will come back. You can, I think you can also request for a callback also. If you can check my support page, I think there is a functionality to request for a callback as well. So I think all this should definitely be taken care.
Okay. Can you also share a list of your preferred partners who can help D2C Insider members to build their site, or any custom requirements that they have?
Definitely. One quick minute.
Yeah, please.
So we have something called a marketplace. We call it the Experts Marketplace. I have just went on the Expert Marketplace, selected India as a region, and you can get a list of experts near you. There are over 150 experts on our experts page, and find one that is maybe near to your city, and you can always interact with multiple of them just to get a good sense. And our partners will try only charging you for the work, and they make sure that the cost is taken care of. What you can also do is, if you already have a Shopify store, you can also submit a job to these experts from your account, only from your backend only, where Shopify also ensures your interest that if a service provider fails to provide your service, your money is safe and secure. And at the same time, we urge you that you set right expectations with the partner, give him fixed set of tasks, give him exact information so that no one's time is lost, and we have a good experience. So I think yeah, this should be good enough for the day. Thank you everyone, and really appreciate you taking out time, putting in your very valid and all amazing questions. Stay safe, stay inside, happy selling. The numbers are growing enough. And a last statement, what e-commerce would have looked in 2030, we are already seeing it in 2020. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Anshuman.
Thank you, Anshuman. Thank you, Shruti.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.